space, a final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Alright, howdy folks, welcome back. So, boy, do we have a full night tonight. So, get your popcorn, your drinks, get comfy, get all settled in. Real quick while this loop's playing, to let some people get in the room and stuff before I start reporting here. Let a few more people get in. Hi, everybody in the chat, welcome. Everybody say hi to each other as you come in, say your welcomes and everything, and then we'll get to the show here. I think I'm set. Let me get my lighting just right. Hang on just a sec. Okay, alright, lights, camera, alright, action. So, here we are, February 27th, 2023, and here's our loop playing, and I was going to show you from the other instrument because this data was missing, and that's what I was going to point out was the missing data, but it's been refreshed. So, delightfully, we have all of our data here. And I'm more interested in this activity right here, this long duration CME. There's an object in there and then a secondary one behind it. You know, I show you you guys these objects all the time. So we're just going to go into it real quick here. Let me freeze frame first. Back up. Where's a good shot of our first... Okay, this long duration CME is because this object's inbound. As it goes underneath the sun, it's pulling material with it, dragging it along. It's right here. I'm trying to get the right frame. Let me back up here. There's a good shot of it, I guess. Yeah, that's the 27th, okay? This is 5 o'clock on the 27th. So let's zoom in real quick and scroll up. Here's our object again. Dang, that looks just like the one I reported on before, man. Alright. It looks like there's two. It looks like there's a bigger one, and I see a smaller circle in the center. Let's just take a closer look at this, guys. Alright. Let me even give you some better lighting. There you go. Alright. Do you see the smaller circle inside this bigger, darker circle? It's almost like a stellar core with its own little moon or something like that, okay? Or whatever it is, you know, but there it is. Looks like a... What are the minions with the one eye? Alright. So there's our object today causing a CME. And then while we're zoomed in here, this almost appears to be the magnetic field lines crossing, making a hot spot. Oh, I saw curvature in there. Whoops. Ah, no, I've done it. Hit the wrong darn button. Okay, so here's our first object right here coming out. Okay, you can see the little bend in the shock wave that its magnetic field is producing. Okay, we saw this little image with the eye. And as it progresses, here we are moving forward again. Try not to make that mistake. This one right there. There it is. Ooh, got a face on it. Cool. Don't look. Then up here's another object emerging, wrapped in plasma. It's making a dent in the instrumentation there. That one kind of is hard to see. In the ghost image here, it's even hard to see. Okay. Back out of this. Okay, so, oh, if they have that, I wonder if they have stereo A now. No, they don't. Okay, so I have it pulled up over here, though. This one. There it is. Blow this up and center it for you. I think it's 150 is the one. Yes. Okay. Let me back out a little bit here. Let's get right to the 20. All right. Come on down here. So, I want you guys to take note of this time and date and everything, okay? Let me see. How's this looking on my screen? Decent. Okay. This is February 26th at the very tail end. The clock reads 23:56. So this is the last frame of the 26th. And we have this event unfolding right here. Come on. Oops. Okay. Last frame. Then we go 8 hours. 8 hours and 53 minutes into the 27th is our first frame. Okay. Now, it's already underway. Most of it has passed, okay, so we didn't get to see it. But what I need is the trajectory, and when we, come on, machine. There, this image right about here. Let's see if I can zoom in just a tad bit harder for you guys. I'm looking for signs in the sun and stuff. It didn't come out too well. Looking too zoomed in. Let me back up. Just 1, 2. Now, try to make it out in this. What I'm pointing out is this squiggly little tail right here that's coming off. Here's our object right here. Okay, this round circular shape right here. This is the plasma clinging to the top and then stringing back, okay? And it reminds me, not to be weird, but like a sperm with its little zigzag tail, and it just representation almost. It kind of looks like a I don't know, like a sperm or something. All right, I don't make this up. I just try to report on it. All right. So our event is underway here from stereo A, all right? Now you see our object right here has mass on the top and back side of it, still streaking back, coming right at the camera, all right? See it? It's coming right below stereo A. And I will go take you to another vantage point to where we can get a good variant and I can show you where it's going. Okay, so here's our little ball of fire heading underneath stereo A, which is only like 21 to 23 degrees off of our perspective. I wish I had the exact number. That would be wonderful if I could have the exact number. Anyway, we deal with what we can. All right. Also, I want you to take note. There's another object up here moving out. All right. So there's multiple objects again here on this day. Something else I need to point out here is our UFO activity. Now, what I need to do is pull back here. How do I do this? Okay, well, these objects we know are there. So this and this could possibly be an internal lens camera. Inside these cameras are internal lens flares. A bunch of mirrors all lined up, cylindrical tube. You get every once in a while an optical reflection from one mirror hitting another over here, and it hits the camera, okay? Now we've seen these occasionally. Sometimes it's really hard to differentiate one from another. Let's just be honest, okay? It's hard to differentiate one from another. But then when I see this activity with this activity, this and this aren't too far-fetched, okay? Is all I'm trying to say. I got to word stuff carefully because you guys are good. You call me on my stuff. You're like, hey, you said it was that. No, you just didn't listen close enough. So I'm trying to be as professional about this as possible, even though I'm not a professional, or considered a professional at least. Another object right here. It's all right. We're moving past this. This was our angle that I needed, though, so we can tell. Ooh, that looks like, you see that streak action right there? That almost looks like a debris streak in between a camera or something. I don't know. Get rid of this stupid alert thing. Amazing how everything's expiring now, huh? But just give us a little more money and we'll hack into your computer. And... Okay, there we go. Never mind. Now, they don't want to hack into this computer. I think they'll be a little scared of what they find. All right, let me continue on here. This was... Okay, that was going to be the other full version without the missing data. We already covered. All right, now I want to get to this one. All right, let me get your lighting just right here. You know what the best for my folks. If I ain't doing it right, flag me down in the chat and go, hey, bozo, we can't see. Okay, so I had it set up here. Where are we? Okay, good. We're still set up. Let's get right to the 27th, okay? Our event's going to come out from under here. This is the same perspective that Soho, the red one, has from our vantage point looking at the sun, okay? So as we progress forward here comes our slow motion event, okay? Then out comes the little core, the little sperm or whatever. And then as we progress further, I can tell from this trajectory it's coming at the camera south of our perspective. All right, so this one will travel behind us and south of the planet. Okay, so it might affect the southern hemisphere this time. Okay, so that's good that we see this. Oh, while I am here, sorry, I got multiple lists with multiple stuff going on. I hate lists. You know, I'm a right-brainer. I'm random abstract. I don't like lists, but I have to make them for you guys so you can grasp my message. All right, now where was I? Now, where we are here, first of all, we have some good people on our team, and this is my number one right now, and she sends some good information, and I want to get to her stuff. I've been lagging at getting to this because it's very vital and crucial at this moment right now. So for Miss Miller, Jen Miller there in the chat, I think you guys know her in this room. She's your little hero, okay? So what I need from this instrument, I've always been waiting to see, I like to track these as they move out, okay? Oh, there she is. Hi. Congratulations, Miss Miller. Okay, this is her work. And this is what I'm talking about, you guys. You have fellow team members. Help me with this stuff because it's not easy. All right. Anyways, I'm glad she's here to see her work. And she gets credit for this, you guys, all right? Here, you can't see the object, okay? It's so far out, it looks like this just cloud of mist, right? I've always wanted to see the difference model of this perspective. I wanted access like this black and white difference model from this perspective, and I think you can see why, okay? Very valuable, Jen. Very, very valuable. Everybody give your fellow teammate a pat on the back there. She deserves it. This is her work helping me. So way to go, girl. Thank you for all your help. I'm blessing you in ways that you don't know yet. Anyways, here, this is very vital. This shows, this isn't today, this is a week or so ago. It's February 16th of 2023. So, very recent, okay, we'll say. Whew. Oh, I would hug you too. I would hug you too, sweetie, if I could right now. I could use one too anyway. Anyways, I gotta focus. What's vital about this? It's not the date, and it's the capture on this perspective on a difference model. Okay? If anybody can help me find, Jen, if you can help me find the instrument or the link or something to this model right here, I would like to have the split difference model just like the red one I do. So, not just Jen, if any of you like computer geeks or techies out there know how to do it and help me get access to more instruments is what I'm asking, please. Or if you see signs on your list and you're checking off your list, send me a link or whatever you got of your sign or what you've discovered that's on our list, and I will gladly bring it to our audience and give you your credit, okay? So please, this is a team, all right? I'm not here to impress you guys. I'm trying to inform you guys, and I'm trying to get everybody on the same page here. I think you understand that. I stop explaining. There's more. She's did an awesome job. Okay, this one's valuable too, even though there's nothing there, because it shows the progression. I need stuff that's before and after as a comparison. Ooh, there was a streak in that sucker. Oh, nice. See, this thing's buzzing by these events. These are UFOs streaking through. They're kind of like Star Trek or whatever, you know. Okay, I gotta get it right. She sent me quite a good little batch here. Okay, this is a huge explosion. On the other instrument, I can't see past this point of view, right? So I got to come to here. And then I got to second guess because I can see our object. It's telemetry and everything, but I can't really physically see it. We're on this one. Whoops, whoops, whoa, 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 whoa. No, don't lose it, Brian. Let's just go back to the original right here. How did I miss? There was a couple more. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. First of all, this one right here is just a camera effect. I know it looks cool with an eye and a laser beam or whatever. This is the little thing that holds the occulter over the lens of the camera. Okay. So don't let this fool you or whatever. This is the technical glitch. But sometimes in these technical glitches, we do catch objects better because the camera is kind of squinting, isn't it? Anyway. But this effect, I just wanted to explain it while we landed on it real quick. Now, move on. It doesn't matter because this is what we're looking for, okay? I don't care if you send me wrong stuff or good stuff or whatever. Just send me what you think you've discovered. I'll help you through. We'll work it out and we'll get it on the show, okay? But you can see it faintly here, all right? Now, that was the frame after. This is the frame before. I think you can tell. Okay, they're out of sequence, but all three of these frames are very, very valuable. Okay, this is more evidence. This is what we need. Not just this little small box perspective. We need black and white difference information way out here so I can tell telemetries, get trajectories, and give you an accurate report. So this is for your own benefit, okay? Your own research. You guys like to do research, don't you? Y'all claim, oh, I do research and I do this and I do that. Or do you just watch somebody else's YouTube channel and take it from them? Okay? So you guys can team right up here with me. I'm an open book. This is an open stage. You guys I will put my email in the description and feel free to email me something. I might not get it on right away, or we might have a little discussion about it behind closed doors as to how we're going to present your work, okay? All right, I got to move on. So, very, very valuable. And Jen, if you find more of this stuff, I will show it. Thank you very much. Okay, we got the shout out and Jen done. Woo woo! All right. Okay, this is going to be the hard part. Oh, God, I want to do this part. So, let's get to it. Bingo! What do you see? Do you see what I see? Remember I was telling you about this one yesterday? This is not a freak of nature. This is not a misreading of the instrument. Because, baby, we got a bigger one, okay? This one's different. Oh, okay, let's just get into how it's different. I can't hold it out anymore. I can't hold back anymore. Just pull it up. Okay, here we go, you guys. Yes, the gap is increasing. Very good. Now, that reminds me. Thank you for saying that. Your audience is so good. Okay, this gap. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I think you were talking about this gap is increasing. And what was I gonna say here? Yes. Okay, so this dip was this was an unexpected reading right before our event was to hit. This looks like a pre-shock to our event, okay? This isn't the event. The event was the impact that was due to hit us, okay? So, this looks like a pre-shock or some kind of, let's just say, a blow that the sun took. It's either an internal blow, it had a heart attack, or something external hit the shell, maybe like a meteorite or maybe a cord punctured through the shell. I don't know. But I was worried about it going below the seafloor, this line right here, okay? It went way below that, and I was worried that this B range, which should have a yellow box, okay, that this was dangerous territory. All right, if we saw anything below the B floor, we're in big trouble, okay? I did not want to see anything in this A range, okay? I did not want to see anything below this, okay? I never expected we would. And bingo, here it happens. And it drops way into this A zone, okay? So I'm a little concerned, right? Okay, a little concerned. I come over to the instrument. This just happened as I went live, okay? I went to go live, and I set up this thing, and was looking for a thumbnail, and I scrolled up just to check it real quick, and sure enough, here's my thumbnail. All right. So I was going to say we're in between blasts, but I guess there's the second blast. So, but how this works though, it's going to be hard to explain. So, just keep it simple. That's right, Lord. Just keep it simple. Okay, I'm just going to keep it simple. This is a pre-shock to the big wave hitting us, okay? This was I thought it was going to be a double shot. It ended up the second wave being slower. So we had one on the 27th, which corresponded with the CME on the 24th. Remember, we got a 3-day gap. So 27 corresponds with the 24th. The one on the 25th, I thought they were going to join, but they didn't. The one on the 25th should come on the 28th. Well, technically on this clock and on this calendar, here is what I believe is our pre-shock for our event on the 28th, okay? So we're seeing, this is giving us the between shock waves warning. Kind of like the pre-warning, okay? Here comes the second shock wave. Now, okay? All right, slow down, Brian. Where I need to go next. All right, let's go back to this instrument. I have 15 trains of thought, trying to focus on 5 and keep you guys on 1. Back over here. I was concerned. Here's our first one, okay? It made this red dip. Bing! But we didn't see a response in this lower line. These tend to correlate very closely, not perfectly, but these blue and purple lines tend to correlate very closely with this red line, the orange one, okay? We watch this correlation closely for little differences because those little differences give us clues as to what's hiding in different layers at different frequencies of the sun, okay? Got that up. All right, now we had in between those two spikes, we had this last night, and I did an emergency, not an emergency alert, but a midnight report or whatever on this effect right here. Now we see it corresponding with the lower frequencies, okay? We have a match. We have a match between the upper frequency and the lower frequency, and both of them are colliding and going down this time, as opposed to in this one, where this one was coming up, colliding with the one coming down. Now, what I was really wondering about is when are we going to see this blue line come into play? And I wish I could get a tighter zoom on this, but it takes it out of frame. So just bear with me. So I'm waiting for this blue line to correlate with something, right? Okay, I need another. Just the yellow and purple is not enough. Okay, I need the third line to tell me what if we are really seeing what we're seeing, okay? And dang it, here it is. Just like 10 minutes after I thought it, okay? And then it happens. And here it is on the graph, and I can't believe I'm reporting on something I was contemplating. Same with the variant, going through the variant. Oh, God. Now, here we have, this is our double dip. This is the secondary one, okay? Now it has affected the blue line. The purple one didn't jump this time, but the blue one did. Give me more zoom. Lord, let this work, please. Yay! Oh, all right. All right, there we go. There we go. I'm glad I asked the Lord for help. You see how these upper ones correspond? That's natural. See how these little peaks and valleys kind of, that's all natural activity that we like to see. We don't like to see this stuff jump out of place like this, especially going down. I mean, if it was going up, we would know it's a flare. But when it's going down, is very concerning. And here we have it again. This time you can see a lot closer how much it affected the blue line this time. Look how it affected the purple with not affecting the blue. This time we have a change in polarity or something. This I have to pray on to find out what's deeply going on in the middle of this reading. If any of you physicists figure this one out, I dare you. Anyways, back to where I was. We have this corresponding red-blue now. First it was orange-purple, now it's red-blue. Okay, something is going on. Because when we back out of this, this is what the result is, okay? I'm not making this up. This is just the stuff I use to report on. These are scientific instruments. What do? I'm just reporting on what they read. Okay. Where are we? Oh, we are not even done at this site. Here's our impact. All right. You see our absorption. See how there's no red at the top or bottom? This is a normal absorption hit. You remember the one I showed you last night? It was red all the way across, or no, just a portion at the top and then red all the way across the bottom. Okay. That's our current absorption right now. So this zone is getting hit with something. Okay. I don't want to see the red pop up here, but it happened right at this peak, I believe. So the peak, the bigger peak that we'll see off of this one, scroll down, Brian. Okay. We had our dip. We had our impact right about here where we saw the red layer on the top and bottom, okay? It divided, it went to the poles, okay? We took such a brutal hit that this spot glowed, but then everything got diverted to the poles, right? And we saw them glow. We saw them glow like right around here, I believe. And I have to get all the times and stuff and do the math, and I don't have time for that, so it's roughly right here, okay? We take a dip, right about here we get the red glow absorption, okay? We're taking another dip, it's going to climb back up, do a similar peak, hopefully nothing out out of the ballpark, okay? We can't take much more. All right, so hopefully this one stays kind of mild. This is where you guys need to pray. Hopefully this one stays mild. I hate to be right, and I think it might be an X class, maybe a small low X class flare. I pray that it's just a low X class flare. Okay. If it's an M class flare, I'll be happy. If it does nothing, I'll be even happier. Okay. That's how I report. I'll be happy if it's nothing. Okay. I'm not trying to be Chicken Little over here. The sky is falling. I'm trying to be as matter of fact about all this as I can. All right, stop explaining. I need to back out of this and go focus on my route here. Because where I was going next was here. Okie dokie, folks. The KP index is an indicator of the hit that we took, that our magnetic shield took, okay? And let's see if the instrument let me... Oh my... I'm going to get such good results out of this. All right. This is... Usually we're in the 2 to 3 range, okay? The KP index, if you guys watch other channels, you see them report on this stuff, I'm sorry. I don't like this little color code because it makes it look like a sunny day. It's not a sunny day, all right? But you can see that we got to KP7. That's just kind of dangerous territory. Anything after that is getting concerning. Now, as we come over here, these are the 3 different bands of the KP index, okay? This is all the same event, just at different bands and different wavelengths, okay? But what we're looking at is this event and how deep it went and how strong it was. It reached level 7, okay? On this one, it reached level 7 as well, level 7 as well. Therefore, it is a KP7 event, all right? It lasted quite a while, all right? This thing lasted quite a while. It's doing disruptions one way or another. Whether you see it or not, this is this is radiation penetrating our atmosphere. This is the... How do I put it? It's a geomagnetic impact. I have to just say it that way. It's a geomagnetic impact showing you the intensity of the impact. There we go. Blah. So here's the intensity of our impact. It was quite a good one. All right. We don't like to see stuff like this. All right. And as we pull over the other one, keep it simpler. Go back up. Go back this way. Oh, that's not our normal one. Here, I believe it's, yeah, this is every 6, there's 12, so every 6 hours or 8 hours or something. That one's not as close as this one. Here you can see the dip, that first dip that I showed you. Here's our second dip, all right, or not the dip. We see the dip like right here. This would be the result, okay? Here was like the other dip, and here's the, like, expect to see this on the next chart. Oh, how do I transpose that, Lord? How do I tell them that? All right, we're just going to keep reporting on it. For right now, we're going to start reporting on the KP index when we get these impacts like this, okay? Now, back to where I was. Oh, solar or auroras. Expect to see some aurora activity. What the heck is this? This better not be... This is a reading. Oh, 90? What the heck? Hang on, guys. I'm just discovering this as we go. Planetary. Yep. Estimated planetary 90. Okay, they're estimating. Is this past 30 days? What's the date on this? This is February 28th. Yeah, I've never seen brown either. This is currently underway, you guys. I did not expect to see that other spike or this on my show. I was just looking at this a little while ago, preparing for it. Okay, Brian. So, no, we're not done there. Let's go back, I guess. All right. Let's pan back. We are back. Let's go back there. All right. I was going to look at this aurora real quick because it seems to have quieted down, okay? Watch for this to flare up as our second wave hits us, or our second CME comes in, okay? So we're in the lull. It's not glowing red, so this is our little lull. We're between impacts. Okay, what else? I think... What else did I want to show from here? This one is really good. It's really technical. There's some other people that like to decipher this one, and this one is just... I don't have the patience to spell it out for you guys right now, so we'll just... It's more of the KP index. It's long bands that we want you to see, and let's just take a dip in here, okay? First of all, we have our wind speed here. We have our temperature down here. We have our density, all right? And we have our phi angle. We'll get into the phi angle later. It's really difficult and delicate. Anyways, what I'm looking at when I look at this is our speed and our density, okay? When we get a really dense wave that hits us and it hits us at high speed, that's bad. If we get a really dense wave and it hits us at low speed, it's not as bad, but it's still bad because of the density. Now, if we get a high speed wave with no density, it doesn't do much. Even though it's high stream, it doesn't do as much damage. Usually the density, along with the speed, indicate its power, its energy. I'll show you an equation later how you work this, but for right now, our phi angle is flipping like a bitch. All right, I'm sorry, it's going nuts here. All right, I dare anybody to try to explain why we have these short little impulses where it totally flips from north to south, south to north, south to south. Here it was all running just fine. Bing, we change, all running blue. Whoop, some hiccups. We're flipping back and forth while running blue. Then we phi angle back to red. Okay, now we're at the other angle. We'll get into this stuff later. I bore you guys to death with this stuff. So, anyways, our phi angle is erratic. Very concerning and very erratic, okay? Especially this is concerning and erratic. What else? I don't even know where to go because we have activity happening as I speak. Yes, even other activity as I speak. Okie dokie. Let's get over to this. So, as our wave comes in, it absorbs the core and the shell expand on each other, but the shell can't expand outwards because of the pressure built up in between it and the crust. So the shell cannot expand outward, but it can expand inward on an outward expanding core. So the core expanding outward with the shell combining down onto it. They're metal on metal, and when you rotate a metal ball inside of a metal sphere, metal wrapping or a metal shell, you will get high-pitched squeaks. And these high-pitched squeaks come out of they travel up through the mantle, The higher up through the mantle they get, the slower they go. Once they reach the mantle and the crust barrier, they hit a little line, a little barrier probably, and then they get even lower. Between the mantle and the crust, the waves slow down. That's our hum right around here, okay? Then they emanate from the surface of the earth, okay? These waves emanate to the surface of the earth, they go up to the atmosphere, and they bounce back. This instrument is detecting echoes in the atmosphere, okay? That's what the Schumann does. It's recording echoes that are captured in the upper atmosphere. We never knew what the echoes meant until now. We understand that these are the screeches and squirrely little pops and stuff of the core and the metal and the shell metal grinding on each other. That's the dynamo that keeps our magnetic field going, okay? When those two stop, they grind on each other too hard and they stop, then our core stops spinning and our magnetic field drops, okay? I'm concerned about that happening with all the energy we've been absorbing. This has been good. This is kind of quiet activity. This green line is all I really care about right now. I is deeply concerned about the green line, okay? Here we have a very weakening of the green line right here, right before this applying of the brakes. It was slowing down right before we applied the brakes. So coming out the back side of this, I'm waiting to see what's going to be in this zone, okay? Praying that it's good news. But I think by seeing the new brown reading and that second new spike dipping, that we're going to have another screeching effect. It won't be right away because it takes about a half a day to absorb, depending on how full the planet battery is, if it can even handle any more charge. Expect maybe plasma jumping out of the ground, like I had you guys write on the list. I would be careful walking across wet grass and stuff, you guys. You might get a little shock from the ground. Okay, you understand that? Don't walk in the wet grass with your bare feet right now. If I were you, I would wear rubber shoes everywhere you go that's wet. Kind of get it? So you're grounded. I believe this little line right here is that barrier. The waves come up, they hit this barrier somehow. They make this nice harmonic tone right at that line. Okay, that line is telling us there's a zone here. Okay, I believe that's probably our crust. This is probably down below in the magma. Okay, we got to hum through the magma, but the screeching effects happen more up towards the crust and then emanate up, right? Okay, so we have more screeching, we have more application of the brakes. If you guys are still with me, have filmed plasma balls flying around here in Florida. Yes, if you have plasma balls flying around, film them and send it to me. I'll help explain them to you so you understand what's causing it and how to deal with it, okay? I can move this a little bit. Get my other setup going. All right, bear with me. Right, we're this line right here. Sorry, I got to point my finger. All right. It's in good shape. It's weak right there. See how it was glowing nice and green? That's good. Got weak right before this little screech event. Now we're right here at the very tail end of this screech event, and it looks like this very last bit is still green, and we're still putting along, I think. All right. There's that reading for today. Now, we have so much more to cover. I hope you guys are taking notes or, I don't know, just following along. Just follow along. Okay. Now we did Jen's fine work. Another shout out to Jen. Very, very fine work. We have to move on to this part now. Is this where I want to go next, right? I did this, I did that, covered everything. Yeah, we're going to do this part now. Okay. Getting better at this, slowly but surely. even while in excruciating pain. Alright, here we go. Still bleeding profusely, but I do see a concentration of sites has lessened. Okay, when we look in here, there's not as many independent sites. It's still all streaming all over the place, but I don't see it as densely pockmarked as it was before. So we're probably in between waves. This is a little relief in the pressure coming up. As soon as this next wave hits, though, and that pressure goes, or the core absorbs that, it's going to put more pressure outward, and we're going to see a big darker cloud probably tomorrow. Okay, I'm just doing a little forecast, not predictions. I'm doing forecasting. I've been pretty good at this lately, or not pretty good at it. It's just been accurate lately because of what's happening. What I'm concerned about now, I know you guys here. Let's do the tour of the country real quick before I zero in on California, okay? Because I'm going to spend a minute on California. We're looking at the Great Lakes region over here, still the most active. This is where your storm is moving through at the same time, you guys. Oh, how about that storm? Did it increase in intensity or what? The one that we're having currently, they closed school today, and it didn't even snow too much today. But then before it could even start, they called early today and said, we're canceling for tomorrow. It's canceled for tomorrow. I'm like, wait, it hasn't even snowed yet. So they know they're canceling schools and stuff tomorrow for other reasons too, okay? If you guys have kids, and I don't know, it's up to you whether you send your kids to school tomorrow. That's you're all adults. You can make your own decisions. I'll tell you what, my kid's not going to school tomorrow. Oh, because it's already been a snow day. How convenient. All right, this activity outside of Salt Lake City, our plume is tripled. There's 3 plumes now. It was 1, and it was grown, but now it is the individual 2. Now we got 3 individual ones, kind of combining in this area outside of Salt Lake City. We saw activity starting here too, right? I guess this is the capital, or right where the city is, right here on this corner, right around here, I think. So, watch out, Salt Lake City. If you guys are smelling rotten eggs, okay, it's a sign of what's coming. And that's also something I need to discuss with you guys again, is stay aware for the smell of rotten eggs, okay? If you guys are walking through your house, you're doing your thing, whatever, and you catch a whiff of rotten eggs, you better search down and find out where the source of those rotten eggs is coming from. Hopefully it's something in the trash, right? Hopefully it's something in the trash. Let's take a peek at Hawaii. Oahu still emitting sulfur. Okay, not as intense as before, but it's still doing a little dance. Now let's come over to the bad boys. Very bad. This has actually died down. This was purple. All of it was really intense. There was a black spot for a while. And their activity is still, this is not good, but it has slowed down. Let's get in on this shotgun blast area. See, what I was talking about was more in east of the Mississippi. That area had more of the speckled effect, okay, just the other day. But really swing over real quick. That speckled effect isn't so bad. We still have some, but it's lessened in spread and in density, okay? So, it's a little bit of good news. Don't know how long it'll last, but we go back now. We go back to China. China's chilling. This is still pumping. Let's go over to Turkey. Yeah, they're due for something. I bet you there's earthquake happening here real soon in that area. This dark spot right here. Even like, I don't know. You guys are smart too. Just look at it. Think about it for a minute. Okay, let me pull back from that region. I really don't really care too much about that region right now. Concerned for you folks over in Europe and Britain too. Our fellow brothers over in Europe. They're suffering over there. Norway, Sweden, looking okay. Okay. England, France, Germany, Italy. What's going on with Italy? I've been waiting for this place to turn purple forever, and it's still hanging tough. Everybody around them is, though. What is that? I gotta turn the light on. Where's my lamp? I know if there's borders where it is, but I can't even see the borders. Can you guys see the borders on there? No, it's not me. Yes, Yugoslavia. We are Italy, Yugoslavia, and Bulgaria and Romania. Yeah. So this little area, you folks, if you guys live there or know people there, you know what to do. I'm just pointing out spots is all. Oh boy. Okay, so northern hemisphere is good. Southern hemisphere, ooh, was good yesterday. It had taken a little breather, but yeah, Peru and South America, Peru and Chile, your individual sites are getting dense again, densely compacted. There's no like huge plumage, but this is all. How do I put this? Like right before the mountains. All right, there's a big set of mountains right here. This is all the sub valley and foothills. I'm not sub valley, but coastal zone and foothills, and even back up into the mountains a little bit. Okay. So it goes all the way up into Venezuela. No, Colombia, Venezuela. Right here, Panama is seeing activity. We're going to Mexico. This is south of Yucatan. This is Nicaragua, I believe. Yucatan's kind of quiet, but middle Mexico, boom, boom, boom. We got Mexico City. That's like one of the largest cities on the face of the planet. A lot of people living on a lake. They built a city over a lake. Do you guys know the history of Mexico City? Go look it up. If this place shakes, they're literally sitting on a raft of land over a lake. Go look it up. I don't have time to tell you the whole history right now, but something happens there, they're in big trouble. We're having the asteroids and the impacts and stuff happen in this area. Watch out for southern Texas. That's part of the zone too. Okay. You guys know we already had an impact here in Texas, 1,000-pound one. It wasn't no 5-pound little football. It wasn't like a 10-pound soccer ball. This thing was 1,000-pound friggin'. Use your imagination. Okay, Baja, it's looking good. Okay, I'm gonna get to California now. Okay. Here's Lake Tahoe. Here's the Bay Area. Wait. We need to get in tighter for you guys. No. I want it all the way right there. Okay. Here's the South Bay, North Bay, going into Vallejo area. Sacramento's like right in the middle right here. And then here's Tahoe and the Sierras, right? There's the Sierras, there's Tahoe. Sierra's going to run down. Bing, all right, or the state line runs down like that. Okay, now you can see California. All right, boom. We're talking the Bay Area, folks. A lot of people live in this area, and this whole area, we have activity now. This is growing. First, it was a little tiny little mouse fart, right? It's growing in size. There's pressure being released in this area. Okay. Pressure being released in this area. Hint, hint. Pressure being released in this area. It could be a good thing, but it could also be a release of pressure point, if you get what I'm saying. A release of pressure point. Okay? Just because it says one thing sometimes means it's the opposite. Or, I'll get into philosophy here later. LA. San Diego area, you guys, right here by the border. Starting to stink. What's the... Okay, that's what we just did. I thought that was Malibu. Okay, so Salt Lake, little spot down here. I think Arizona, right by the border. Texas, you guys, Texas, Louisiana. Okay, you guys here on the coast, just keep your eyes peeled, okay? Now that's a bear fart. All right, I love humor. I haven't laughed all day. I've had the hardest day of my life today. I just keep getting tougher. All right, I'm sure you all can relate. Did I finish here? Did we cover the South? Africa, nothing big deal. Still the same plumage. This spot in Saudi Arabia is about to get punished right here by the Persian Gulf. Back to the air. I want to go to the troposphere and check out our polar vortex. How's she doing today? It's been changing every day. That's why I've been checking it every day. And usually this thing, that you don't have to check it. It's usually just doing the same thing. But not now. Okay. Ooh, dear. Can you guys see that? You love this view from the top down? I love this instrument. You can rotate the Earth. Exactly what I need. I need to be able to give you guys the perspective instead of having me take a globe and hold it in front of the camera and point at stuff. Sorry. You can tell my frustrations. All right, I gotta take a quick break. I'll be right back and take a quick drag. I want you guys to look at flow asymmetries while I pray, and I'll be right back. Chat amongst yourselves and take a look at this. Maybe, all right, let me just dive in real quick, give you something to chew on. Oh, where'd my wand go? This one appears to be the dominant one from before. And wait, just give me perspective real quick, Lord. No. Oh dear. Okay, this was our dominant one from before. Wow. All right, we had the three-way. The three-way split first it was a little sub-vortex. It went three ways. It gobbled up the weaker vortex, took over the other bigger vortex that was weaker, gobbled it up, and now has consumed it. Now it's this vortex, and it's really taking dominance over this one. This one still has dominance. Look at that perfect rotation. Oh boy. Stare into the eye while I'm gone. I won't get that zoomed in, but what an effect, huh? That's a real effect happening to our planet right now. All right, I want you guys to be able to look at flow asymmetries for just a second. It's good for your brain. You don't know it, but it's soothing for your brain. Ow. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Only 1 minute. Yeah, boy. Zero visibility blizzard outside, and I'm the only one with Christmas lights still on. Yeah, I love my Christmas lights. They're the only thing that bring me joy anymore. All right, now where was I? We were talking about the subjet or the sub vortex taking over the other vortex, the bigger, weaker one yesterday. It's now created its own vortex. It's now a split dominant vortex type relationship here. Okay, looks like a yin yang, huh? Whoa. Rotate it around, look at it for a second, and then we'll start going to location and what the effects of this are. Okay. So what I was concerned about was the United States, not them, us. Okay, pull back a little bit. Oh dear. It's getting intense up here in upper Canada, all right? You see these upper level winds? This is the dominant one. You see this vortex, the eye that we were staring at is right over North America, okay? Look at this sucker. This is like one big giant storm up in the troposphere, okay? Now, what we're going to do is right from this vantage point, I'm going to take you lower to the jet stream, okay? And clear that out of the way. Do you see that disruption of the upper battle having effect on the lower jet? Let me pull back for you folks. Now, do you see how it's disrupting? Usually we have this flow that goes around, and it'll have little dips in it and little peaks and valleys, but not all jumbled and split. Look at this split right here. See with these violent splits and changes like this? This takes air from the upper atmosphere up here, this cold air, and funnels it way down south. All right? Not too far south. These guys are used to cold here, but you see these huge humps. These are what our violent weather conditions. Cold air combining with moist, warm air in these zones right here creates, these zones where we have tornadic activity, hail, thunderstorms, derechos now, okay? I didn't even get to check the weather report. What happened with our derecho today? Did it come true or not? Were there tornadoes in this area, folks, today? Was it rough weather for you guys today? Well, hold on tight because tomorrow's the 28th and our bigger blast is going to impact tomorrow, okay? So expect whatever weather, wherever you're having it, around the world in the northern hemisphere to intensify tomorrow. So whatever your weather predictions were, just take that and times it by 2 or however, I don't want to say 2. Actually, to be honest, we are getting about double of what they called for. So 2 to 4 inches should be 4 to 8 inches. 3 to 6 would be 6 to 12. 6 to 12 would be a foot to 2. So you just kind of double it as you go up, all right? Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm already seeing side effects in my front yard, okay? So, and I live right on close to this side of the country. Let's say I get a little preview before it hits you guys or the rest of the country, all right? I get a little preview before you guys do. Yes, I do, don't I? Okay. All right. That's our upper level jet. What I really been putting off is getting over to the chemicals. And this is your guys' favorite part, I bet. Okay. Let's start off with the sulfur. Okay. This is the one that shows the activity underneath the crust. Turn off the winds. Get this out of the way. Focus, Brian. All right. Oh, we did this one. Yes, we did this one. Sorry. Why did I do that, Lord? Oh, because you want to go here. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. Yes, we did not do the NO2. Now, I explained NO2. It does come from man-made, but it also is a gas that emits from the ground, okay? I'll show you the difference between man-made pollution. This is some, but watch, here's man-made pollution, okay? That's an intense spot right there. That's a city, okay? That's an industrial area. This has all been blown from this, okay? There might be a little factory area maybe in this zone or something, but most of this is all blown from this site, right? Now you compare that with this, the NO2, okay? The both man-made and nature-made. So is it man-made or nature-made? So let's compare it to what nature makes. It correlates. So this is nitrous oxide, nitrogen dioxide. I got to say the right term because you guys will get confused. It's a chemical compound that there's many compounds of it, and we don't want to get the wrong one. Nitrogen dioxide. There's 2 oxygen per nitrogen, okay? And when that chemical compound reacts with oxygen in the air, it combines to make H2O. Actually, I'll show you the compound later. It's acidic H2O. It's acid rain, okay? So this is producing acid rain. And along with the sulfur that I showed you, this, which is another gas that creates acid rain, this one has particulates, little tiny chunks of sulfur, little microscopic particles, okay? Those are the very microscopic particles that raindrops need to form. Now, what we have done here, or what is happening here, is we have more particles in the air now, all around the world, for water droplets to form. We have increased our water production productivity, our capacity, by a lot, okay? And you see, don't just look at the dark purple spots. Take this down, Brian. I want you to look at all the clouds, the plumage, the plumes that this stuff emits, okay? And you see that it's gone around the entire planet, the northern hemisphere. You can go down south, there's a little bit, it's not as dark. It is there. It is there. So it's all over the world, okay? So now we have just like doubled or tripled our capacity to condense water droplets. Okay? Now, we have more water droplets in the air, right? Okay, more water droplets for more nitrogen dioxide to cling to and create more acid rain. We're in for a lot of acid rain, you guys. The more of this gas it keeps emitting, the more we're going to have that problem. Capiche? Comprende? Catorce? Cool. Where else, Lord? Our spots. Because some of these spots now are indicating we're getting confirmation with both instruments. They're both confirm each other. If you understand how that works, you compare and contrast, and they confirm each other, right? So, over here, if you look here at our spots, okay, now out of all that dense area, the speckled area, we can really pick out where our hotter spots are, right? Where both gases are emitting more intensely from the same region, right? So that's what this one's for, is to kind of zero in a little tighter on where our more active areas are out of this whole friggin' mess. Boy, I almost dropped an F-bomb. Okay, up here, you see this stuff is emitting from this whole region, okay? Look at Mexico. Mexico has a lot of nitrogen dioxide coming out of the ground, okay? Possible earthquake, volcano, wherever you see these spots, okay? I'm trying to move slow. I really want to go my speed, but I have to slow down. Okay, here we are at LA. Okay, I'm not gonna ring no alarm bells. I'm gonna let this instrument do the talking. You look at this Bay Area now, okay? You look at the Central Valley and this area around LA. I want you to think for a minute while you're looking at that, okay? There's a lot of people in both of those zones. You know, down in LA, there is a volcanic feature down there. It's called the La Brea Tar Pits. And how ironic that Hollywood made a movie called Volcano, where the La Brea tar pits blew up and turned into a volcano, and lava flowed down the streets of LA. Let's see if God's punishing places. I think LA is not the city of angels anymore, is it? Not the city of angels anymore, is it? Wonder what's going on in the Bay Area that God doesn't like. Look at this, up by Seattle. Look at you guys here in Washington. British Columbia. You know, this is getting close to Mount Rainier now, and I'm getting concerned. Okay. Oregon, I guess there's some pretty peaceful people in Oregon or whatever, because I don't see anything going on in Oregon unless they're not reporting it, which we know can happen. So I'll let you guys discuss that in the chat. Yeah, there you go. We're getting up here in Canada. This is concerning too. There's people in this region still, okay? So you guys, just because you don't see the sulfur coming out of the ground in your part of the region, it's important to see if your part of the region has this gas as well. So we're going to do a little tour of the planet on this one. And look who's in big trouble still. Uh-oh. I just noticed Japan now. Right here, you guys. Tokyo. Fukushima. Okay, that region right there. Okay? No joke. Okay? No joke. This is... Let's go look at the sulfur in that region too now. Oh boy. Not as bad as China, but Japan, you do have a few little hot spots. Oh God, let me see. Where's the Mount Fuji? Give me light, Lord. Let there be light. Shoot. Is Tokyo this point right here? What the heck? This isn't Japan. This is off the Kamchatka Peninsula. This is... Where the heck is that? Where am I here? Oh, that's... Oh, wow. Sorry, folks. That's not Japan. That's the island above... Sorry. I need to pull back and get a better perspective here. Where the heck are we? There's the Kamchatka Peninsula. This is the island that I'm looking at. And this is... Oh, shit. This is Japan. Okay. So what was I not seeing there at Japan? I'm looking for the bay. Give me the bay. The bay that's off this island. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus on something that's crazy. I think Tokyo is right here. So that could be pollution from Tokyo. All right. I pray that that is. Let's compare it to the sulfur. Oh, I know. Let's go over to the actual pollution and see what's really going on. Nothing. This is the actual pollution right here. This is carbon monoxide, CO. Not carbon dioxide, but carbon monoxide. So, pollution coming out of that region of Japan? No. They're really good about their particulates, okay, you guys? Particulates. Oh, not right now. I got to decipher that one. Ah! Let's go back to the chemicals. Alright. Quick chemistry lesson. Oh. No, you guys aren't ready for a quick chemistry lesson. Carbon monoxide is it comes out of the tailpipe of your car, right? That's the pollution. Carbon dioxide, that's what comes out of your mouth. Okay, that's what you breathe out. That's what plants breathe in, okay? Carbon dioxide is not the problem. Carbon monoxide. They're trying to get you to pay for this for plant food. The plants absorb it naturally and pump out what? Oxygen that you breathe? Oh, whoopsie. They're telling you a lie. This is the poison. This is natural. This is what we want. So we have plants that produce oxygen. Unless you guys like suffocating. But some people do. All right. And we're to the sulfur dioxide. All right. So it's not pollution. So we go back to Japan. I'm gonna put a little warning out for Japan, you guys. Look at this. They got little spots. You see these spots that are going? There's a concentrated spot, concentrated spot, concentrated spot. They're gonna have a volcano go off on Japan. When this next wave comes in and hits Japan, it might cause an earthquake. It might cause a volcano. Okay, I'm saying might. Listen to my words carefully. Might. I'm really concerned. I will not cry or scream like I should, so you guys get the message thoroughly, but apparently it turns some people off and they don't really get it. Alright, we're done with that. I need to get over to this. Here we are at our, come on, forecast. Please, okay, God, please help this load. Thank you. Did we get it all? All right, cool. All the days are here. So this is our current conditions, you guys. Boy, you're getting pummeled here in New York with snow. Okay, let me zoom in and just before we start doing a report, I want to take a look at our current conditions a little bit. If it'll, can I pull this down? All right, shoot. Nope, that's not working. Huh. Get that out of there. Yep, now I've done it. I zoomed in too hard. Let me start over again real quick. This is important. Bear with me. Alright, zoom back out. I went in too tight. It's good enough. Okay. New York State right here is currently getting snow. The capital's getting pummeled. There's ice patch right in there, small little patch, but that's Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's getting rain, ice, and snow, all three at once right here in this zone. This is our low moving up and out, so it's almost clearing this area. It's going to punish them first on the way out. Currently over here on the west coast, our storm has intensified, and let me know if you guys out here in this zone, if your storm intensified, if your weather reports were underestimated of what actually took place. Back over here, we're looking at this storm coming in. It's dumping a bunch on the High Sierra, right on the ridge right here, and then we're going to pull back so I can get all the time, date, and everything in one frame. Get it out of there. All right. I've learned, don't click on it, just roll it. Okay. Everything in frame here. Let me just write for you guys. Brian, thanks, my friend. Take good care and be safe. Not great. Oh, Kale, I'll pray for you, darling. I hope you're feeling better. I'm sorry, this stuff can make you feel sick, so if you guys have to turn away, I totally understand, okay? I'm not here to... Never mind. So we're going to start going forward here. Date and time up here. You guys, hopefully you can read this. I'll try to move slowly so you can correlate what position compared to what time. Okay, I used to read them off, but I need to watch this and study this at the same time we're reporting. So here we are, 10 p.m. Currently, February 27th. This is 10 p.m. Pacific time, okay? Let's do a little time thing for you guys real quick. We are 10 p.m. here. We are 1 a.m. here, okay? So it's 1 a.m. out east. 3 hours time difference. It's 10 p.m., 11, 12, 1. So 1 a.m. Okay, I'm sorry, I was reading the chat. Focus right back to where we were. So yeah. Okay, we're set here. This is current conditions, and now we're about to move forward. We're doing the time thing. So yeah, 10 p.m. at my time right here in the Pacific up here. So you'll have to do your own math a little bit, guys, and translate to your time. But here we go. Here's our next frame. This is 4 a.m. February 28th. 10 a.m. February 28th. 4 p.m. 10 p.m. Now we're 4 a.m. March 1st. So 4 a.m. out here is going to be 7 a.m. out here. March 1st should be nice and clear. The storm should be passed after the 28th. Meanwhile, the West Coast still getting residuals from this storm. Okay. We're 10 a.m. on the 1st. Let's just progress as this starts to form again here, you guys. That's a quickie. That I'm not. Might be a quick thunderstorm, maybe occasional tornado. This low right here coming up is what we're going to be concerned with next, okay? It's a very strong low, came back down, and it's doing this uppercut move again. You see this pink icing effect again. You people that just had icing and are just getting your power back and stuff, I hate to tell you, you might be getting punched in the face again, metaphorically, okay? So, gosh, I'm already running long. Here we go. Big icing effect right here. You guys, let's go back and do times real quick. So, starting right about here, this is 4 p.m. on March 2nd, Pacific Standard Time. We're going to 10 p.m. March 2nd. This is at 4 a.m. on March 3rd. That would be 7 a.m. on the East Coast. Okay, so 7 a.m. on the East Coast, you guys. This storm's going to be breaking out in the morning and growing in intensity over the daytime. Ooh, sorry, got excited. It's going to do this monster thing again and do the icing. All right, back to that time. That was March 3rd. 10 a.m. Pacific, which should be 10, 11, 12, 1. So 1 p.m. on March 3rd, it's going to be hitting New York and doing all sorts of chaos in that part of the country. So brace for impact, you guys. This is all brace for impact stuff. We're in between the impacts right now. So that would be a good time to go get your supplies or something in between these storms. You see that little break? Take advantage of the breaks. Okay, we're 10 p.m. March 3rd. 4 a.m. March 4th. Okay, then we have the whole country kind of clear for a day as more stuff starts to move in over here. Whew. All right, I'm just going to continue. This is March 8th, 10 p.m. Another system moving into the Pacific. We're already getting slammed. We have plenty of moisture. Things are filling up. It's going to be even more with more on top of it. Okay, but that's March 8th. Now this is all set in stone. This is just our GFS model, but it's been pretty accurate lately. a lot of this could change because of our violent changes in weather too. So thanks for bearing with me. I'm going a little long tonight, but I got a lot to cover. All right, and that one moves in here with another icing event on March 12th. Okay. Boy, you guys on the East Coast, you better hang on. Another event, another icing event. That's back in Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, north part of Texas here starting. Okay, that's March 14th. Let's go forward. We're at 5 p.m. March 14th, 10 p.m. This is March 15th, early in the morning, 5 a.m. Then that will blossom over the course of the day until 5 p.m. March 15th. And that's our last image, okay? That's about all we got for that GFS run, okay? I would do the European model, but they're similar. I just stick with this one, okay? I mean, when I get more time and more instrumentation, we can do that. Okay, now we got to come over here to the earthquake report because I got to check this real quick. Where are we here? Let's pull back. All right, kind of quiet right now. What's this? Oh. Come here, you. Hey, I was just talking about an earthquake in that region in Afghanistan, right? Right here, right next to our main quake area, is a 5.0. Just recent, a 10 kilometer depth, a shallow 5.0, just off of where I was talking about. I was talking about right here. There's this one. How old is this one? It's a 4.1. No, it's not that one. Hang on, I just gotta check something. Alright, so these are recent quakes right here in this region, you guys. Okay? Watch out. Watch out for there. We might, with this new impact coming in tomorrow, don't be surprised we see a big quake in this area. That's Afghanistan. Here we are, where I was talking about, Turkey, and some bitch. 5.2 in Turkey. 10 kilometer depth. Alright, you guys. I'm telling you. Watch out these two areas right here, okay? Let's see who else is waking up right now. The North Atlantic Ridge is waking up. Right here on the Couscous Plate. Not too bad around there, okay? Oh, pull back. Let's go into Japan real quick. I was just really curious about Japan. Ooh, let's see, what's that? 4.6, okay. All right, I think that's a little tour around. Where's anything else of interest? That one and this one. Let's take a peek real quick here. Come on, pull it up. Whoops. 5.5 at 83. Not too deep, but another 5.5. Okay, that's good enough. Thank God there's nothing big. All right, you guys, keep your eyes out on this region right here for tomorrow, okay? And Japan, and the West Coast, and that area. Oh, look at our little quake swarm going on here, you guys, in South America, right here. This is the area that puts out the biggest earthquakes that we've seen in history, okay? So, that region too. Wow, we just had a recent activity, huh? That's cool. All right, last one, I think. What was this? What was this, Lord? Oh, okay. Tonight's gem. You guys gonna hang out for tonight's gem? Those of you who don't want to hear it, now's the time to tune out. I don't mind if you step aside. But, Uh, Let me get into this gem here first. How do I explain this? Let's give you an image to look at, to stare at for a minute. Nah, we'll just leave it at this image right here real quick. So, the other day, I was trying to tell you the story before I was so rudely interrupted by YouTube, and whoever cut me off. I was out driving, and I drive a big truck, just normal truck, and somebody passed me in a bigger truck, all jacked up off the ground, flew past me, cut me off, didn't signal or nothing, cut me off and drove me into the other lane. Luckily, I'm a good driver. I'm aware that there's nobody on that lane because I'm constantly watching my mirrors for stuff like this, right? So I knew I could swerve over into the end of the lane because I knew there was a gap. So luckily, I dodged this accident by swerving into the other lane. The other person just blew right into my spot, races up to the red light, like 70 miles an hour up to the red light. Boom. All right, in a big hurry to get up to the red light. So I come cruising up behind, and the way traffic had shuffled out, I get to pass this person again, right? So as I'm passing him, I got to look over just to see what's going on. And when you look over at somebody, you feel somebody watching you, so you look over too, right? So I look over and I see this guy is a young lady, actually, in a big old monster truck on her phone, held out in front of her face, looking down and talking into the phone. You know the position. Phone out in front of the face, looking down, talking into the butt of the phone, not holding it up to your head, but out in front of you. And when I looked over at her, she looks over at me, and I smiled and mouthed the words really nicely and gently, "Get off of your phone," with a smile on my face. And this lady got so heated. Oh my. She started screaming at me and flipping me off, and I was like, "Oh dear, I didn't mean to offend you. I was just trying to kindly say, hey, you almost killed me. Get off your phone. You shouldn't be driving with your phone. It's against the law and for a reason." Anyways, so I wait for the red light. It turns green. I get to start going, and I look in my rearview mirror, and there's this huge cloud of smoke with flames. I can literally see flames in the window of this car, and I identify the car. It's this lady. It's the truck. Her truck is on fire with this huge plume of smoke coming out of it. My reaction, from what I was trained, I jump into the fire to rescue people, okay? But I can't because the lights turned green and traffic is forcing me to move forward. I have no choice. I have to proceed forward. I'm looking in the rearview mirror at this poor lady in flames, smoke coming out of this $70,000 truck, and I just said a prayer. And I see people in other cars getting out to respond to her. So I think, okay, at least somebody's responding. I can proceed forward. About 4 or 5 miles down the road, there's several exits down the freeway. I pass several exits. I get off on my exit. I got 3 stops off of this exit. I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3 stop and get back on the freeway, right? This is 5 miles away from the accident. I get off the freeway. I come up to the first intersection, waiting at a red light. It's my number 3 stop, but I'm going to, proceed through this light once it turns green. From out of nowhere, from behind me, I see this cloud of smoke coming. And I shit you not, for 5 miles, this lady was chasing me with her truck on fire, smoke coming out of her windows, a huge trail of smoke going up the off-ramp all the way down the freeway that we just came down. And I looked and I'm like, this is not happening. The strangest stuff happens to me, you guys. You wouldn't believe it. So she's flipping me off again. I can see this arm protruding out the rolled down window through the smoke. I can't see her face or anything. I don't know how she can see where she's driving, but I see this arm sticking out giving me the finger. And she's heading right for me. And my only option is to change my plans from 1, 2, 3. Now I'm dipping into the driveway of my third destination, like as fast as I can. In the split second she goes to hit the back of my car, I just clear her. I just clear her and get into the driveway as this flaming truck with a middle finger coming out of the smoke-filled cab, spewing smoke down the street, passes by me with her flipping me off. And I was just blown away. I was just like, wow, what is going on with people? Well, I know what's going on. It's our electromagnetic disturbance that's affecting the electromagnetic dynamo in your brain. So this is a side effect of people's behavior and what to look out for now, okay? And what I'm about to show you, okay, this is why I say this for the end of the late night. This is going to be disturbing, okay? I did not take this video. This is our recent activity, okay? And I want you to think about the story I just told you. This lady rammed her vehicle into a house, okay? She was in that crazed state of mind, and I want you to hear her voice. I have to kind of jump in this video. It's a long one. If we could just get it to play first.
He's on his car. He's going into the house, bro.
She's ramming somebody's house.
That's fucked.
Oh,
I swear he's driving through the fucking house.
I must warn you, there's
Come on, back her up
language in here.
Let's see the
Not
front
mine.
end of her.
Now watch closely, folks. I want you to pay attention.
Come on.
All right. All right, so they're like, oh, we got
to check that shit out.
Yeah, go check it out, buddy.
Goes back 100 miles an hour and she runs you over.
Wait.
The fucking thing, man.
Oops.
She in there? Yeah. Go get her up, man.
All right, these guys don't know what to do.
Yeah, call the cops, bro. She just drove in and back and forth. I was recording it before, man. She drove in and out the fucking place 3 times. Is she an older lady? Is she an older lady?
I don't know.
Well, fuck, go get her.
I don't know. Go get her up, man.
Should I go get her? Someone...
All right, these guys are panicking. They don't know what to do, okay? I want you guys to learn some lessons from this video, too. This guy, he doesn't know how to react. The other guys don't know how to react. So just watch how... What's your reaction gonna be when this happens?
It's in the fucking car.
All right, let me get to... all right, here he goes. All right, watch carefully, you guys.
Move out of the way in case she goes back 100 miles an hour and she runs you over.
Look, she's setting it on fire, buddy.
What's that?
She's lighting something in there. Call 911. She's lighting something in there, man. She's lighting something in there. Tell her to get out. Who is this lady?
Look out, she started the car.
You call 911?
What do you mean she's lighting something?
She got a like a cigarette and she lighting paper, man. I think it's for the fire ambulance, yes? Yeah, everyone.
That's why communication skills are important.
Hello?
It's sideways for a second. He straightens out the camera.
Hey! You gotta get out of the car, honey. You gotta get out.
See the fire through the window? Sound familiar?
Not back out, not back out. I don't know, she's gonna back out.
He told her to get out of the car,
Right in there.
and she starts to back out. He's like, no. No, she's not committing suicide. Something else is going on.
And she's lighting her fucking car on fire. She's got a Tim Hortons. I don't know. It's the lady in there. Yeah.
All right, let me get a little further here, cause
She's got a fucking Tim Hortons.
Come here.
I apologize for the language.
I want to talk to you.
All right, watch this. This is what you guys need to know how to
Get out
react.
of the car, man.
You have it here. You're gonna need some serious. Look at that. It's on fire. Get
Oh,
out.
come on, I'm not out there.
Get out of here.
Oh my god.
That's all.
What do you mean your mom did this?
What
What do you mean your mom did this? Pardon? What are you doing? Grab, just grab. Hey, let's go. You're not. What is wrong?
Listen to her. Listen to her screams.
Excuse me, the house is on fire. Hello? Anybody home?
All right. She was screaming when she was running away. She was screaming, "Stop it!" She was screaming because something was attacking her. All right. This lady is experiencing a demon attack. All right. Just similar to the lady that was driving earlier. All right. She lost her mind. All right. She wasn't in her proper state of mind. Right. She's lighting herself on fire in the car. So. You're seeing what I'm seeing now. We're going to take it a little bit further here. Alright, we're just going to continue on a little bit here more.
Where's your mom?
What would you do? Would you go to the neighbors and get them and warn them to get out of their house? This guy's finally reacting the proper way.
She's done then. Where's your mom? It's too late. Yes, mom. She's in the garage and maybe her mom is stuck inside there.
Get out!
Yeah, that's what she said.
Sorry, boss. I'm gonna come videotape over here. This box.
So she went, clean here, drove her car, and we're working down the street. She kept driving her car into the
Go
house.
bang on the next house. This is gonna go quick, bro.
Driving into her car.
Hello? Hello?
No. Something else
You gotta
happened.
get out of your house. The house 2 doors down is on fire. And it's coming fast. You gotta. The house down the road is on fire. 2 doors down. And it's coming this way quick.
Oh my god!
Totally. Grab your car. Hurry up.
You see that house? Okay, I don't think God was too happy with that house and the family that lived in that house, okay? She's a good woman. She just wasn't being believed or understood. That was a demon attack she was having in her car, okay? You guys don't understand until it really happens, so I'm going to take you to some more understanding if you can handle it. Alright. I was here the other night. I don't like to go to this. I'm not going to show this video. In fact, I'm going to tilt the screen a little better. There we go. That's a little better. So, I think I explained to you guys last night, or the other night, how this works, okay? Now, today was a day that I had to go see my psychiatrist, okay? I have a a counselor that I talk with, right? But then there's the main psychiatrist who issues the prescriptions, right? So every month I got to talk to the doc, right? The doc's got all these, certificates on his wall and stuff. Okay, so he hasn't been listening to me at all. He hasn't been listening to me. Neither is my counselor. None of the people at this mental health facility believe me or listen to me. They think it's a joke. And except for this one new gal, she saw something and she was like, "Hey, I'm interested in what's happening to you." So today, when I went to my scheduled appointment, I got to talk to the little gal, and she said, "What's new?" And I said, "Well, the demon attacks are now taking place in the physical realm, and attacking me physically." And she goes, "Really? Wow, that's kind of unbelievable." So I showed her this and what's happening to me. And she was like, "Wow, oh, I get it now, that when you're trying to tell somebody the truth and they don't believe you, the state of, I don't want to call it righteousness, but it's like when you have a truth that you're trying to share with a loved one and they don't want to hear it or accept it. It makes a person righteous where they stand when somebody else doesn't want to hear the truth from a loved one." Okay, this is a situation that we're causing in our society. Okay, this is a sickness that has become way off the scale to a point that I can't even describe to you guys, but I'm trying to explain it at least so you'll understand. Okay, so today I could not stand it anymore. I have not shown this to my doc. Okay, so today doc calls me in and he's like, how's everything going? "Not well, doc, because my counselor has been sick for the last month. I have not had my counselor around to talk to because I need to vent some things, So I know how to work. I know how to work my mental health care. Okay, but my counselor's not around. She's sick right now and been out for, I think, 6 weeks now. So it's been over a month. But here's my chance to finally talk to somebody. I get to talk to doc, right? So I'm telling Doc what's going on. And he's a Catholic. He understands the Bible and stuff. So when I start to present this concept to him and how not being believed turns a man into a righteous man, but then the demons don't like that and they attack a righteous man. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's in the Bible, blah, blah, blah." And he spit out this verse. Well, I didn't recognize the verse because he didn't quote it correctly first, okay? But he had the concept, and I'm like, okay, then you understand the concept that not being believed will make a person righteous. And he goes, yeah, that's this, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, good, you grasped that concept. And I said, okay, because that's what's happening. People aren't believing me, and I'm being attacked by demons. "Oh," I said, "no, physically now." "Oh," I said, "Okay, doc, this is where we need to sit down, and this is something I don't want to have to show you, okay?" And I took him to this and showed him what happens to me, okay? How do I put this? He's responsible for this activity, right? And I'm trying to, I forgive him because he doesn't understand. He hasn't looked. He won't understand. He won't go look at my videos. So I finally had to show him a video, okay? And I had to do it this way, and it sucks. You'll see why. So I show him the video. He kind of goes, "Oh, wait a second." He grasps it for a second. He sees the face. He hears the horror in my voice. I read body language, okay? I don't want to hear what he says. I want to see his body language and his response. This man sees this, looks at me, recognizes my face, my eyes, doesn't know my teeth like this. I don't have teeth right now. I bit them all out because of pain and agony. I actually bit out my own teeth. Pretty gnarly, huh? Anyways, he recognizes my face. He goes, "Wait a second." And I'm trying to tell him, "Hey, doc, you're the one that's causing this syndrome here, okay? Because you don't believe me." And he's starting to grasp this shit, and I see him swallow real hard. And then he gagged like he was going to vomit. 3 gags. Like it was about to come up. And then something happened, and I watched this man's, after the 3 gags, his head kind of snapped a little bit, and he went right back to his regular person and was like, okay, well, we got your prescription all filled and everything, and then we'll make an appointment for next month, okay? Like it didn't even happen. There's a mechanism in the human brain that when you see shocking stuff like this, there's a protective mechanism in your brain that protects you from it. And I watched it unfold today with my psychiatrist. Yeah, it's hard to get help for this syndrome, especially when people don't believe you. This is why it is so important that you listen to your kids. You believe your loved ones, your family, your friends, your loved ones, because something might be going on and they need help and they need somebody to listen to. They can't go to mental health facilities because they won't look or listen or understand. I think this guy grasped the concept that he has created a monster. This psychiatrist has created a monster. And I bet now that he's home later, he's thinking, having second thoughts going, oh my God, how many of my clients didn't I believe? I mean, I'm in the loony bin, right? I deal with all the psychos, right? I never believe any of my clients. I never believe any of my clients. Are you guys putting 2 and 2 together yet? He's doing more damage than he is good. He's creating monsters. And when I show him this, I'm trying to help this man, okay? I'm trying to help my psychiatrist, okay? I can deal with this just fine. I'm trying to help my psychiatrist. Do you guys understand how that role play has now reversed and how now I help people instead of getting the help I need? Yeah, all induced by them not believing me, not trusting me, not even giving me 5 minutes of their time. I'm in there for an hour-long session and I don't get 5 minutes of my time. How does that work? Yeah, so be careful what you say to people. Be careful how you treat people. If they have something important to say, sit and listen to them. Pretend to believe them, okay? Even if you don't, just pretend. This person's suffering. They're in pain. They just want to be heard. I'm going to explain your school shooter syndrome because the kid has the truth to tell his parents or his best friends, some kids at school or a counselor or a police officer, but none of them will listen. They will listen, but they do not hear. There's 2 different things, listening and hearing. Listening, it goes in one ear and right out the other. You're too busy thinking in your own head what your response is going to be. Therefore, you never hear a word the person is saying. Women have a bad habit at that. I don't want to offend anybody, but they're designed that way. So when somebody's talking to you, take a minute to listen to them. Don't think of what you're going to say and interrupt them. It's going to cause this, okay? So listen to your loved ones. Hear them out. Give them a little love and some compassion. You guys remember what that is? Love and compassion, consideration for others. Okay? I'm not lecturing you guys. I'm just trying to teach the metaphysics. Okay? We're going spiritual. We're in the spiritual realm. I'm trying to teach you spiritual lessons so to save you guys from having to go what I go through. Okay? I have to go through this for you guys. Okay? I'm taking off that picture now. It's not that picture. All right, so at least I love women, not men. All right, we're going to close out this last little image here. I want to pop this open too. We're going to close out with our latest. Come on now, at least I'm a man and I'm honest and open. Huh. Don't see that much around anymore. All right, here we are. Our huge dips, a little closer up. Now we got this affecting the blue line. Here it affected the purple line. So we're having some hiccups, some heart attacks, some, well, it's kind of a reflection of how I'm feeling. So the sun's probably having a heart attack right now, because I know I have been all day. I hated to crush that man. It would have crushed his spirit. And I had to explain to the little gal, I said, hey, you know, I'm not going to be believed again. Even if I show him the video, he's not going to believe me. And I'm bracing for one of the worst attacks ever after I leave this office. And she was like, how, are you kidding? You're here for help. I said, no, it's actually more detrimental than it is help. So I'm just bracing for probably one of the worst attacks ever when I walk out of this office. So I thought he believed me. He saw the video. He swallowed hard. He gagged 3 times. I thought for sure he grasped the damage he had done, and then snapped right back into defense mode and went back into denial. And I didn't know until I got out to the truck. And let's just say I have a shattered windshield. I have all because I went to my appointment. I've had a rough day, you guys, so I'm going to call it at this, okay? Hopefully you guys are picking up on some stuff here. I'm only trying to help. Please forgive me. I'm just a man trying to do the best I can with what I got. That's all I got for tonight. God bless you all. I love you all. And until my next video, bye.